You guys can't tell on camera, but Phyllis is thriving. All of that at the top up there is new growth, and I am such a happy plant mom right now. I can't even tell you. I want to buy all the plants now. Okay, I'm not gonna sneeze. Oh. No, we're good. We're good. Hey guys, what's going on? If you're new here, welcome. My name is BrittanyNichole, and as always, we are in natural light. If you haven't seen my videos in the past, that just means I don't use any artificial lighting in my videos. I used to do that, but over the past few months, I've just fallen in love with filming videos in natural light so you could see what the makeup looks like for what it's worth. So with that, be prepared. I'm not controlling the light, so as the sun comes out and goes away, it can get spotty at times. I think we're pretty consistent through this video, but I think that sacrifice is worth it. I do like studio lighting. I like that you can control it, but it really does soften the makeup a little bit, and I think it's only fair to you guys to show you what this makeup looks like in every makeup tutorial that I do as you'd see it in real life, if that makes sense. So now that that's aside, I wanted to share with you my products that I purchased in the Sephora VIB sale. I've been using them for about a week. I like to do that in my videos typically. I do like first impressions every once in a while, but when I have the time, I think it's nice to be able to test them for a while and kind of formulate some thoughts. But with that said, I've only been testing these for a week, so I'll continue to use them as time goes on and keep you updated, but I didn't want to wait any longer to share with you the products that I purchased. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, go ahead and keep watching. So before we get started, I wanted to mention I am on a clean beauty journey. I've really been interested in incorporating more clean makeup products into my routine. As I get older, I just don't feel the need to wear such full coverage products anymore. So I feel like I can make that shift to clean beauty a little easier. But with that said, it is definitely an adjustment as you change from, you know, a non-clean beauty item to a clean beauty item. There are some, you know, higher coverage clean beauty items out there, but a lot of the stuff I purchased is just a little more natural looking. I love natural makeup. That's pretty much all you're gonna see on my channel, with the occasional, you know, fun, glamorous look, but it's definitely an adjustment and it's taking me some getting used to. So I just wanted to put all of that out there before we get started. So the first item I purchased is the Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint SPF 40 Niacinamide, Squalene, and Hyaluronic Acid. This is 1 fluid ounce and it was $46. So this one was definitely an investment. I picked up the color 8, Sheila, I think that's how you say it, or Shella, but I have a friend named Sheila, but she has an I at the end of her name. So Sheila or Shella. It's light medium with neutral warm undertones. I think this color, once I blend it out, matches perfectly. I feel like as you kind of blend it in, it does kind of get a little bit darker. It does have a lot of SPF in there, so I think that might have something to do with it. As you can see as I'm demoing, it looks almost like it's gonna be too light, but once I blend it out and let it hang out and I add all my other products, it works perfectly for my skin tone. I will say this is extremely dewy. If you do not like a dewy look, you will not like this, but it does take a little bit of time to blend out in your skin. I do use my hands for this. That's the other thing I've been trying to do. I want a routine where I don't have to whip out a number of brushes or a beauty blender or any other kind of tool like that. I just want something that I can get on my face easily in the morning if I need to. And I think that using your fingers with this is absolutely the best way. So it does take me a bit to blend out, but I apply half a pump, as the instructions say, to clean skin. It says to apply to the palm, which I find a little bit difficult to use. I'd rather apply it to my fingertips because that's where I'm actually applying the product. And then I just blend it out till I get it to a point that I feel like it's blended in enough. And then, like I said, as time kind of goes on, and it doesn't take long, it takes just a couple of minutes, I feel like it kind of like absorbs into the skin a little bit more. Definitely a light coverage, barely any coverage, and I don't feel like you can really build it up that much. It does say you can build it up on the box, but I don't feel like you can build it up. I'd rather just build it up with a concealer. Now, I definitely think this is like one of those very, very natural makeup days, and that's where I run into like the fine line of would I rather just not have anything on my face If this is truly giving me the SPF that I need, it's nice to have a little bit of a tint, but that's just kind of my like internal debate that I'm going on with right now. Would I rather apply this and have a little bit of coverage or just not wear any makeup at all? And that's just gonna have to be something I test over the next few weeks and months. So really good product though, really clean, nice ingredients. That's why it's more expensive. So I'll keep you guys updated on this, but yeah, I've been wanting this for a long time and I'm glad I got it in the sale. I definitely think you should go with a darker shade over a lighter shade if you were like between two shades. So anyway, let's move on to the next product, and that is the Kosas. I really hope I'm not butchering that name. It's their Revealer Concealer Super Creamy Brightening Concealer. I picked up shade number 4, which is light with golden undertones, and let me tell you, this has very warm undertones that I wasn't expecting it to be this warm. Typically, I go towards more of a warm undertone concealer. That's just what I like personally on my under eyes, but this is very warm. I almost think I should possibly exchange it, but once I blend it out, it's okay. So very nice concealer, you guys. It goes on very creamy, very easy. It blends out super easily. I use my fingertips. Again, I'm trying to get a routine down that I could just go in with my fingertips. So I'm really enjoying this. I think it gives me a nice medium coverage. I do have to set this one, you guys. You'll even see throughout the video, it does crease after I set it a little bit, especially on my eyelids. I set it with my Ilia Soft Focus setting powder and it still creases, so it's very creamy. So you do not need to go in with a lot of this product. A little bit does the trick, and you will want to set this one. If I don't set it and I apply mascara to my lower lashes, this happened throughout the week, it would transfer as well. So I did use this a little bit around the nose as well. This is where I went into build coverage. So a little bit around the nose, a little bit on the chin, a little on this nasty pimple that I've had throughout the week, and it does blend out really nicely with the fingertips. I didn't feel the need to go in with a beauty blender at all. So really like this, highly recommend. I don't think I mentioned it, but this is $28. All right, next up, let's talk about the Fenty Beauty Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream Bronzer. I picked up the shade Macchiato number 3. I think this is the perfect shade if you are my skin tone. This is a really nice product. Obviously, it's not clean. It's $32, but it's one of those products that I feel like it's very hard to go overboard with. I kept in my mind kind of comparing it to like the Chanel Bronze Universal, which you guys know I like a lot. Definitely different products, especially this undertone. This is the perfect undertone, again, if you're my skin tone, because you can use it as kind of like a bronzer situation. I wouldn't go in and contour with this color personally if you had my skin tone, but you can kind of apply it like right on top of where your cheekbones are, like on the cheekbones. That's where I like to apply my bronzer anyway, and kind of lay it right above your contour area, and it looks perfect. Like I said, very hard to go overboard, and it almost has like this softening effect. I went through the Sephora website to see if it claimed to have like a softening effect, and it doesn't, but I personally feel like it did that. So blends out really nicely. The finish is beautiful. It's very natural. I like to apply this with a beauty blender personally. I just think it goes on a lot more natural, and the beauty blender, when I pinch it, kind of fits perfectly on my cheek where I would apply my bronzers. But yeah, I've really been liking it. It didn't lift up my foundation underneath, which is really perfect, especially when I went in with the Illya Serum foundation. So definitely recommend. I can see the hype with this one, and I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but it is $32. Next up, I have the Ilia Multi-Stick. I picked up the color At Last, which is a dusty rose color. I will say, of all my products, this is the one I'm most on the fence about. It's a little hard when you go in and apply it, so you might want to kind of warm it up on the back of your hand, but then again, you're going to waste product, and there's not a ton of product in here. It's 0.15 ounces, but you don't need to go in with a ton, but I do think you need to kind of warm it up before you go in. I really like more of a creamy kind of product when you're going in with a cream blush. I think it just makes the application process a little bit easier. I also kind of like to apply it with my beauty blender a little bit more. In this video, I just went in and applied it directly to the face and blended out with my fingers, again, because I'm trying to get that whole like not having to use tools routine. But it's a really nice color. It's truly the color that I naturally blush, and then you can use it all over the face as well. So I use it on my lips as well. It's a little drying on the lips, like it almost feels kind of powdery, which is interesting, probably because it kind of sets itself down to a powder. I did apply the Fenty Gloss Bomb on this, the original one, Fenty Glow, which is why I have gloss on my lips right now. I didn't purchase this in a sale. I think I purchased in last year's sale. I also applied some faux freckles. I'm sure you could see that. And a little of my Milani bronzer. You guys, if you haven't seen my natural faux freckles video, I'll link that down below or up here. So easy, but you need to apply something, in my opinion, on top of it. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. This guy is $34, really clean, good ingredients again. But would I buy this again right now? No. We'll see if I start to like really love it over time. Again, it didn't lift up any product under it though, which is really, really important. So next product, and this was the product I was most excited about. I was trying to buy the Tower 28 cream blushes, which I think I would have liked a lot, but those were sold out by the time this lowly just VIB got to purchase things. So unfortunately I couldn't pick up the Tower 28 blushes, but I also debated getting one of their highlights, but then I stumbled upon the RMS Beauty Living Luminizer. This little tiny thing is $38. I picked up the color Living Luminizer, but this is like truly a wet highlight. It is so pretty. It does not really have any shimmer to it. It just looks wet. You do only need a little bit of this, so I can understand why this is only 0.7 ounces, but really clean products. RMS Beauty is a really, really nice, clean line, and I do like this a lot. I think with no makeup at all, applying this is stunning. If you just go in with your moisturizer and add a little bit, people will be like, you are glowing, honey. I really, really like it. It comes in 5 shades. It's almost like a gloss. It almost looks like you're applying just a, you know, like a lip gloss to your face, but it lasts all day and it looks stunning. So highly recommend this. It is expensive, but again, you're kind of paying for those, you know, clean ingredients. All right, next up, and I do have to say, I doubted this product at first. This is the Patrick Ta Major Brow Shaping Wax, but oh my gosh, does this give you the fluffiest brows, to the point where I'm like, okay, that is too fluffy. I need to tone it down. You'll see it as I go through the demo here, but if you like a fluffy brow, this will be your best friend. Again, I wanted to pick up the Benefit 24-hour brow set, which you guys know is my favorite. This is a lot softer than that product. The Benefit really sticks your brows up and then they don't move, but it's hard. It's almost like you've applied a hairspray into your brows, so if you try to brush through them, you can't. With this wax, you can still brush through them, which is really nice, and they stay up all day. I even went back and I purchased the tinted version. When I purchased this, the tinted was sold out, and then I've been monitoring it and I purchased the tinted, so that's coming soon. But you activate it with water and then you just kind of rub your spoolie through and really fluff them up, and then you'll want to go in and kind of add a little bit of, you know, product if you need to. I ended up adding, after the demo, a little bit to my arch because they were so fluffy. You could just see a lot of sparseness there, but yeah, you could see in the demo how fluffy they get. Like, again, it's a little bit too fluffy, but this is a really, really nice product, and a little bit goes a long way. I can't wait to get my hands on the tinted version so I don't have to go in and fill anything. So if you like fluffy brows, pick this up. It's not a clean product, but it's only $22. And I say only, that obviously depends on your budget, but I think a little bit of this goes a long way and it will last you a very, very long time. The packaging is very, very light too. It looks like it's gonna be this heavy, like luxurious packaging. It's very, very lightweight. So that was not something I was expecting. So wanted to point that out. All right, next product, which I'm not gonna be demoing, is the Drunk Elephant Sweet Pity Deodorant. I have been using this for the last week and I love it, you guys. Couple things I wanted to mention. It does have a kind of like almond oil scent, which I don't mind at all. It's very light. After you put it on, you don't really even smell it too much after a couple of hours. I have had no issues with any kind of like body odor. Now, I've been using natural deodorant for probably a year now. I've gone through different brands and I like how smooth this is. So it's a paste, so you use the bottom. I don't wanna turn it. I mean, I guess I'll turn it. So when you turn it, it starts to come out and it comes out very, very quickly. So hopefully you guys can see how much has come out there. So you do not need to turn that. I've been turning it lightly and a lot comes out, and then I end up having to apply a lot since it obviously won't go back in. So a couple things that have taken getting used to is the shape. I have never gone in with a deodorant in a square shape, so it feels a little odd under the armpits, and I kind of have when I like lift my arm up, my armpits kind of go like concave, so it can be a little bit like more challenging to get in there than your typical like oval shape, but I really like that it's cream. It goes on really easy. You guys know natural deodorants can be quite difficult. They can be very hard and you can kind of, you know, pull at that skin, which can be very sensitive. I've used this after I've gotten out of the shower and shaved, not right away because I never do that, but after a couple hours go by, I go in, no sensitivity, no stinging whatsoever. I haven't gotten any white bumps or anything like that. So I really, really like this. And this was $16, which isn't bad. A little bit goes a long way with this stuff as well. So really like that, highly recommend if you've been in the market for that. And the final product that I have from the sale, I'm just pulling it up on my phone here, is the Drunk Elephant F-Bomb Electrolyte Water Facial Mask. I've used this 3 times so far in the last week and I really like it. You guys know I have the TLC, well, you might not know. You might be new to my channel, but I have the TLC framboise stuff. You can apply that and this and you can kind of do like a little chemical exfoliation overnight, which is what I've been doing. $52. This has vitamin F in it. I don't like speaking on stuff like that because I'm not a dermatologist and I don't know all that much about like face vitamins and what you should use, but all I know is this is a very, very hydrating facial. When I use this, or hydrating product, not hydrating facial, when I apply this at night and I wake up the next day, especially after using the TLC with it, my skin feels so soft. I kind of feel like it looks a little more plump. I go in with about 3 pumps for my face and neck. It recommends, I think, 3 to 4. 3 is enough for me. I do my regular skincare routine before using this, so I'll go in with my serums and my moisturizer, and then I'll apply this on top of it. So it's like your last step to really kind of aid in hydration, and I've just been loving it. I love all the Drunk Elephant products. They're clean, they're nice, they are expensive, but you are paying for those ingredients. So if you've been on the fence about this, I highly recommend it, and I really, really recommend it with the TLC as well, because especially during right now, we're not allowed to go out and get facials. This type of thing, like doing at-home facials, has really been saving my skin. So that is it, you guys. I know this was a long video, and again, I did apply some extra products on my skin that you can see right now. Like I did some faux freckles and all that good stuff. So I obviously demoed through it so you could see what only these products were, but I'll list the rest of what I used on my face down below. Like I have my Thrive Cosmetics mascara on and all that good stuff. But yeah, I've been enjoying this stuff. I'll keep you guys posted as time goes by and you'll see me using them. I'm gonna let you guys go because I've been doing a lot of talking throughout this video. If you guys have any questions, as always, let me know. Otherwise, if you're interested in seeing any more videos from me, please subscribe. It means the absolute world to me. Let me know what you purchased in the VIB sale that you've absolutely fallen in love with. So thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.